Coming up at 11, former Governor Burton Jones died today. We'll have a look into the legacy Jones left behind here in the Commonwealth.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Olivia Calfee. Former Governor Burton C. Jones has died. He first served as Lieutenant Governor from 1987 to 1991. Then Jones became the state's top elected official in the next cycle. Jeremy Tom spoke with his political peers.
Burton Jones may have come from West Virginia, which he did, but he became a true Kentucky gentleman.
Burton Jones came to the Commonwealth with his wife Libby in the 1970s, establishing Airdrie Stud in Woodford County. By the 80s, he would enter into Kentucky politics with a Democratic primary against Paul Patton.
I don't think there was a negative comment between us and that lieutenant governor's race.
It's all coming together.
It was during that election cycle that Nick Nicholson says Jones made his first breakthrough.
He was a very strong proponent of agriculture and what became Kentucky proud. He was the first one that I remember talking about, let's be proud of what we produce in Kentucky.
4 years after going toe-to-toe, Jones and Patton ended up side by side in Frankfort.
It was everything he wanted to do, he thought was the best thing for the people of Kentucky.
That included a push for universal health care and changes to ethics laws in the state. After serving in office, Nicholson says he applied himself to the horse industry in the same way.
He saw it from the breeder. He saw it from someone who cared about racing. He saw it from someone who recognized that we needed to do a better job of marketing. He was very dynamic. And so he believed in what he believed in very deeply. And it sold because you could tell he was really sincere.
That was Jeremy Toms reporting. Nicholson added that the good part of Kentucky did not get here without people in the past working very hard to get us here. He says Jones was one of those people. Burton Jones was 84 years old. Eastern Kentucky University said goodbye this morning to legendary football coach Roy Kidd. A procession took Coach Kidd past the stadium named in his honor following a funeral at the EKU Center for the Arts. Kidd died last week at the age of 91. The funeral was filled with a sea of maroon, including current and former players, family, and friends. Larry Marmee was the first quarterback to play under Kidd. He says their friendship stretched farther than the sidelines.
I not only saw it from a player's perspective, but I saw it from up close and a coach's perspective.
Flags were also lowered to half staff today in Richmond in honor of Coach Kidd. A southeast Kentucky man was killed after he was stung by a swarm of bees. The man's name was not released, but the Harlan County Coroner's Office confirmed he was pronounced dead today at Harlan ARH. The bee attack happened while the man was trying to move an old bag of potting soil from his porch. CPR was given, but officials say those attempts failed.
We are welcoming some drier and cooler air into the mountains as we close out your Monday, also moving into your Tuesday. The big story tonight, watching out for some areas of patchy fog. Here's a live look over at Buffalo Mountain. If you look closely, you can see some fog already developing down in those valleys tonight. Those temperatures down into the upper 50s right now, but look at the visibilities across the mountains. Some of us are already looking at some low visibility down to 5 miles in Harlan, 7 miles here in Perry County, also over in Jacksboro, and down to 9 miles over in London at this hour. So we are watching out for some areas of patchy fog. Those temperatures are not bad, upper 50s and lower 60s, 58 for Manchester, 57 for Harlan, also 57 over in Middlesboro. So we are cool tonight, but we are dry, all thanks to high pressure that will continue pushing into the region for much of this week. So we are tracking a stretch of some drier weather. Those lows falling into the lower 50s as you wake up on Tuesday, but some upper 40s cannot be ruled out. But we are trending warmer for much of this week. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Olivia?
All right, Cameron, thank you. A major road in downtown Corbin underwent a change after city officials were informed of increasing accidents. A change city manager Marlon Sams says will take time for people to get used to. WYMT's Jack Demler spoke to Sams about the change in traffic patterns.
Officials with District 11 of the Kentucky Highway Department informed Corbin officials of issues related to T-bone accidents occurring on Roy Kidd Avenue and Main Street.
And they gave us a couple proposals and asked us if we'd be interested in changing over to a one-way street.
A change the city began working on 2 weeks ago.
Since Main Street is one way, when this ties into it, it is well traveled, but as you can see already, it gained us about 16 parking spaces for downtown.
An addition that helps a thriving downtown.
And when we have events, there's adequate parking, so that's one reason we went ahead and done it.
Sam says while there has been an overall positive reaction,
We've had a few naysayers
who are against the change.
You're used to going a certain way every day, getting back and forth to work or schools or whatever, and I think this changed. But overall, I think it'll work out in the end as a good thing we done.
Sam says the change will take some time getting used to, but ultimately be beneficial in the long run. In Corbin, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
Sam says the change helps with eliminating traffic flows and easing traffic coming off of Main Street. Police in Corbin have an odd inmate in their custody and they are looking for its owner. Corbin police officers discovered a wayward pig roaming the streets of their community Saturday, and not just on any street. The officers found the pig on Bacon Creek Road. Officials ask if the pig is yours that you come claim it at the police department. Tomorrow is National Voter Registration Day and Election Day is under 2 months away. Kentucky is just one of 3 states in the country where the governor's role is up for grabs. Experts say the competitive nature of the governor's race may help draw voters to the polls.
I do think that may be helping to bolster turnout with voters on both sides, expecting that this could be a competitive election. And as a result of that, that could increase voter turnout.
You can register to vote today by visiting the State Board of Elections website and clicking the voter tab. Owners say the Got Donuts food truck you may see at festivals serves a purpose beyond selling food. The food truck has been selling mini donut baskets for a decade at various festivals in the region. They started the business to financially help their son who is battling a kidney disease. Owner Peggy Anderson says customers are helping pray for him.
Things travel and God travels in that way, because I know that these people that come and they ask, and I know that they don't know his name, so it's been really good.
The Andersons say their son came up with the idea of the trailer and it has grown in popularity ever since. The Mountain Arts Center and the Appalachian Center for the Arts is working together to put area talent in the spotlight. The centers are putting on a performance of Rock of Ages High School Edition, using both venues to present the musical. Those involved say it is a partnership all about providing more access and education to students.
It's a really cool partnership, our second co-production with the Appalachian Center for the Arts. And we just had such a good time last time, we wanted to do it again.
To find show tickets or see more about the musical, check out our website. The U.S. Postal Service's annual Letters to Santa program is now accepting letters. The program, which helps kids in need have a great holiday, is now in its 111th year. Kids can write a letter with specific details of what gift they want. The requests are put on a website. Generous strangers then adopt letters and send the gifts anonymously. The letters can be sent to Santa Claus, 123 Elf Road, North Pole, 888. They need to be postmarked by December 11th. The website USPSOperationSanta.com opens for letter adopters on November 20th. More than 25,000 wishes were mailed in last year. More than 21,000 of them were adopted. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, dozens of local veterans were honored in Washington, D.C. over the weekend. The impact this honor flight had on those who served.
Plus, we are tracking above average temperatures later this week. Your full forecast coming up after this break.